G'day guys, welcome to Ask Woodford. My name is Christian Woodford. Now, Ask Woodford is all about you. Yes, this is all about answering your questions as it pertains to training, athlete development, injury reduction, rehab, or even life. We want to help everyone, and that comes from coaches, athletes, to the general population trainer, whoever it is. We also want to thank our sponsor, macironfitness.com.au. Mac Iron Fitness is the premium supplier of all bands, rollers, and massage therapy balls for Woodford Sports Science Consulting. So sit back and enjoy the Ask Woodford show. G'day guys, welcome back to Ask Woodford. I am your host, as always, Christian Woodford. This is episode We Do Not Know. 12. We're at episode 12. I thought I want to welcome you because I haven't done this for a while, so I thought I'd just take it for Dirk. Dirk's done a fantastic job just for today in terms of being the host, even though, Dirk, you're still doing it. As always, please follow us. Please enjoy our content. Go check us out at Coach Woodford, Woodford SSC. On YouTube, it's Christian Woodford. Correct?
Ask Woodford. Yeah.
Fuck, the mic's over here. Wait, Ask Woodford on YouTube, Christian Woodford on Christian Woodford on YouTube, Ask Woodford on Spotify, and Woodford SSC on Instagram.
Done, perfect. We're done. Now today we're supposed to have a guest. Unfortunately, that guest
will be here next week.
It's a special guest, not really, but anyway, it's not that special.
We didn't tell Donnie about
What?
Next week.
We haven't told Donnie.
He's going to come in next week and do it again.
Donnie. Oh, yes, I just forgot to tell you, Donnie. And next week, okay? It's cool. So that's booked in.
Yeah, so that's booked in. And yeah, I don't know really what we're going to talk about. Do you have any questions?
So today weren't going to go over because we're just going to kind of chat because we got the push-pull run coming up. I actually wanted to talk about tapering because, again, a lot of our athletes are, yes, field and court-based athletes who play every weekend, but there are some type of athletes like fighters, like these powerlifters, like, you know, athletes that are more scheduled for competition every so often. They are in blocks. Do you want to kind of talk about what a taper is, how you would kind of taper, and what you're kind of doing?
So, it's actually crazy because actually Charlie and Associos I might as well talk about all three of them now. Jamie Bootsiotis and Didier Fasulio, because I know Brick loves this and I know you guys love it, so I might as well say it. But actually, Charlie Anastasio, he actually did a story, and he actually said, and he made fairly sense where he have I've been S&C coach for I'd say 18 years, but I'd say PT S&C coach, but S&C coach for the last 11 years, or let's just say S&C coach in my head for 18 years. And I've never done like a prepared for a competition. When I say competition, we're talking about peaking for certain bouts of competition days where I've never done it. He actually put it out there has coaches actually not done it. So I actually like that little question you asked because, Dirk, this is the first time I've really had to peak for an event. Other than that, I had to peak for football, but you can't peak for 18 rounds in a row or 22 for soccer or 20 for rugby, whatever it is. No. You can't really peak every week for that. But this is the first time I've ever trained for an event that I had to peak once for. And by the way, let everyone know, this is just a precursor, in my opinion, for the next push-pull run for me. This is not something I'm taking that seriously. I'll be completely honest. I've only had 8 weeks for it. I'm going to have a crack. Don't get me wrong. When I'm going there, I'm taking it seriously. But this is not the main goal. As I've always stated, the next main goal is to prepare for this one, get ready, start understanding about calibrated place and how to lift and all this stuff, like how I can maximize the lifting performance and running performance. And then the real one's the November one, because it actually gives me 6 months to properly train. And I'll have Charlie coaching, and I'll be training out at Strength Culture, and I've got Chris as helping me out as well. So I'm glad that Chris, you're coming this week so you guys can chat, because Charlie's never met Chris and Chris never met Charlie, vice versa. So it's good that they can meet. Charlie can program, Chris can be a consultant, help me out as well, give me what he thinks, and then I can give this a shot. Because as on the day, I didn't realise this, on the day you actually have to do proper warm-ups for it as well. Like I didn't know how to prepare what weight you start. I'd never done this before. It's like foreign for me. You got to remember, we train, and this is where I want to keep explaining, it's a very big difference. We train the non-string sport athlete. And what I want to say about that, and that's not to say that strength culture just trains string sport athletes. They train people who just want to get fucking strong, which is cool. I love that. Jamie Bootsiotis, and I got that right, Jamie Bootsiotis and Charlie Anastasios, Heavies Want to Run seminar. They actually talked about how they want to move away from the powerlifting and they want to become more hybrid and holistic, right, Brick?
There's too much powerlifting wise. It's always just like powerlifting. It's never just like the whole holistic view of like training. Yeah. It's always just one endeavor. And while that is good for some people, to be in that specificity where it's just like one thing.
But they are talking really, and this is a real big one, about concurrent training. Now, if you want to know what concurrent training is, training two completely biochemical, I'd say metabolic, two different metabolic conditions. Yeah. One anaerobic, one aerobic. We're looking at both ends of the spectrum.
100%, yeah.
That's concurrent training. We're looking to maximize each variable. And this is why we talk about training multiple qualities at once, not training one quality at a time, because that's inefficient. But also, I used to think, and I used to be big on this when I used to go through uni, because back when you first year uni, you're a big deal. But this study says concurrent training, if you do this, is going to affect your gains by 100%. You can't do strength and conditioning training, strength and endurance training at the same time, because fuck me, you're going to lose all your muscle. I'm with Jamie Buziotis these days and Big Charlie Stucio about it, because I think that you can, and it's been proven. Look at CrossFitters. Now, they're not the best example because a lot of them are gearing. And yeah, I am on TOT, testosterone optimization therapy. We're not about that TRT lifestyle anymore, boys. The TOT. I'm big on TOT. I love how they've changed it now. They've changed the replacement to testosterone optimization therapy. And I love that. I think that's great, because that's what you're doing. I'm just optimizing my testosterone, which is a natural compound in the body. Even though I'm doing it endogenously, it doesn't matter. I'm only doing it to the high levels of maximum. I'm not doing super physiological levels. Sometimes I do blast. I hate this whole fucking cruise and blast shit crap. I don't like it either, but people talk about this, so I'm just going to bring this up. Cruising is just cruising at a certain level, and then we blast up for certain competitions, which I have done for push-pull-run.
Yeah, nice.
Which everyone knows about. Yeah. But still, I'm being honest with you, a lot of people don't like talking about this. For me, I don't know what the big deal is. It's like a big secret. How dare you talk about this? Like, who gives a flying fuck? A lot of people do it. Why don't we talk about it? It's like taboo, like mental health. There's a reason why we never talk about this crap. It's about time we do this. So for me, I'm not playing any in competitions, not sport. I mean, push-pull-run, for fuck's sake. Not a big deal, even though I was willing to take EPO for it.
That was so
God bless Kieran. Poor Kieran. Poor Kieran. You can imagine what Kieran thinks. Like, Kieran doesn't know what to think, because Kieran's come from a background of not this. And I've been doing this my whole life since I was a kid. You know, I did my first work experience at a gym like Chris, but I didn't have the luxury to do it here when I was 14. I did it at a gym when I was 15, and I've known what I want to do since I was a kid. I've known about all this stuff. I've researched it. I'm not saying I'm an expert on it. I want to become an expert on it. This is going to take some time. Obviously, I'm an expert on athletic development, neuromuscular adaptation. But in terms of endocrine system, this is where I want to go. To understand this is fascinating. But poor Kieran's sitting there going, what the fuck is this guy talking? Okay, I want to take this substance that's going to help me improve my red blood cell production, and it's going to help improve my endurance, but it's going to fuck my life expectancy by 20 years. She's like, you're an idiot. Why don't you just train hard? I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm a big guy. I'm pushing the limits, but as long as it's not for competition. And obviously, push-pull-run, just a random competition that's not fucking WADA or SADA. It's push-pull-run. I hope
not. Fucking hell, there's a couple of points there.
But it's just a bit of fun, and it's something that's got me back into training for a lot of people, actually. So I think it's really fantastic. Yeah. But in terms of, I know I've got a wrong way of talking about this, but we talked about peaking and tapering and deloading, whatever you want to call it. I've never done this before, so I think one thing for me is learning how to best taper. Chris, learning how to best deload, and for me, a taper is just decreasing volume, maintaining intensity, and just I would say super compensating and best prepare you for competition. I've taken the last 5 days off, and I'm not going to lie, I've had a fuckload of sex, and I don't know if that's helped me or regressed me or whatever, but fuck me, I've had a good time.
He's got a new girlfriend, let's just read it.
Got a new missus, so things are going quite well. No, but it's true.
Shout out to Nicole.
Nicole, if you're watching this. Good times, baby. Good time. No, I've had a great time with it. It's actually relaxed me. I've actually been a lot more relaxed. I'm more happy. I find a bit of alignment. I'm going to shout out to Drew Wild, my mentor, just a great guy. I've been working with Drew for the last 12 weeks, 3 months, and he's been doing a great job with me. I'm finding Drew, that sweet juju in alignment. I'm loving this at the moment. So having a good time, and really enjoying it. But going back to the tapering, Chris, it's just kind of learning how to decrease the volume, maintain the intensity, and just best prepare you. Now, if anyone can talk about this and anyone has the credentials to talk about this, the guy sitting to the right and actually both of you, because but Chris, you had to do. But once again, I want to state this: they are string sports. You're preparing for a string sport. That is their sport. Me, never done a string sport in my life. I play football and cricket. Never, and I've had to prepare for that, but you can't peak for 22 weeks, 23 weeks. But I've never done weightlifting or powerlifting, so you two can probably talk about this more, about peaking. Brick, you've done how many competitions?
In 3 weeks, it'll be 7 comps.
Which is a lot. You?
6 competitions.
Which is, I didn't even realise there's a lot too. Yeah. How many has Anastasios done?
Oh, at least 10 plus, I think.
Okay, you can start becoming like a bit of a senior guy once you start understanding. Let's talk about you first, and we'll go to you with your weightlifting.
Yeah.
With your powerlifting, talk about your first time you went to the platform. Was it different? How did you best prepare? What did you learn about it? What would you have changed differently from the first time, and what did you tweak about it?
So the first thing that people sort of don't think about mentally with powerlifting is the fact that in terms of environment, as you get on the platform, there's always people watching you. So a good thing to do in training is have people watching you as you squat, as you bench, as you deadlift as well.
But does that really affect you?
I think it can for some people. For me, I was all right.
So for me, I'd get off on it. I love that shit. You know me. Like I reckon it will help me because I want to fucking do well.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I actually love people watching me. It's all about me, Kieran. Me. But for some people might not like that. I'm guessing they might be like Donnie's pretty shy. Where Jamie's like, we're talking about brothers. Jamie's a bit more out there. I'm just trying to give an example. You're a bit shy guy. Like I wanted a photo with Donnie. Don't say no. I'm not into that. I'm happy would but that's fine. I accept everyone. Like back in the days, I think everyone's got to be like me. But fuck, imagine a world all like me. Kieran goes, everyone would be fucked. That's fucked. But Donnie, you're a perfect example of someone who wouldn't like that. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. But that's a perfect example where me, I love it. I guess your brother would love it too. But he'd love it more than you. I'm trying to give an example. You're a perfect example, you and your brother. Where some other people wouldn't like it.
Yeah, so that's a big thing as well. And just also...
Your missus likes it though, probably, because she's a powerlifter. Being in front of people? Yeah, no, she's a powerlifter. But you have to get used to lifting in front of people. Yeah, I don't think she likes it. Oh, she doesn't like it? Fuck. Hold on a second. But you're very like Donnie. You're very
out there when
introverted.
Yeah, well, when I powerlift, I enjoy like
you are introverted.
You get more G up a bit more.
Jeremy, you are introverted though.
No, but when you powerlifting, you G up a bit more. For me personally.
So did you? The first time you did it, was it overwhelming to do it in front of people?
Oh no, it was fun. I fucking enjoyed it. I loved it. But also,
you got nervous though when you were fucking.
First squat, but then after that's fine. So
I got something for everyone. Everyone's gonna laugh at this. Brick, keep talking.
I think with powerlifting as well, it's also people think as they go up in terms of your weeks leading up to comp, it's like you got to hit your heaviest weights. In reality, it's like you might hit your heaviest weight 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, and then from there it's honestly just like fatigue and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously fatigue's going to mask.
Wait, here it comes.
We need a button.
Gay. One more time. Gay. One more time.
There's a lot going on here.
All right, that's all I want to say.
But yeah, I feel like especially with that, it's like fatigue's got to mask fitness, so you're going to feel fucked going into it.
Well, there's always a trade between fitness and fatigue. Yeah. And fatigue masks fitness, so you want to super compensate. Isn't that the whole idea 100%, about it?
Yeah, and that's what the deload's for. That's what it peaks for. That's what a taper's for. Some people need 2 weeks to taper. Some people need 1 week to taper.
Let's think about your sport, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do you sit here, Dirk?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this sport, right?
Yeah.
Powerlifting, and I look at it as from a neurologically taxing perspective. You're lifting heavy weights, low reps, long recovery. It's very neurally taxing. Same as weightlifting, where it's high neural, high muscular load. Sorry, powerlifting is high neural, high muscular load. Weightlifting would be the same, high neural, high muscular load, but it's high velocities as well.
The only hard thing in weightlifting is you don't always get as much rest as you want in competition. Like you can only get 2 minutes sometimes.
What?
Yeah. So it's like when you train
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So like if you fail it, like you gotta go back in 2 minutes, or sometimes like people will put up the weights, like you gotta go straight away. Like you're either getting 2 minutes or you're getting 5 minutes.
I reckon when I think about Saturday's performance, how I'm gonna go, especially on the strength component, I reckon I'm gonna do better than I think. But then on the running, because I've used so much neural energy on doing well in the bench and dead, I'm going to fucking gas on the run.
Or if we're just going to try fuel up and just see
I'm going to fuel. No, don't get me wrong. I'm going to fuel up. Yeah. But I can imagine what's going to happen. Mate, you got to remember, some of these blokes running are fucking all powerlifters. Let's be serious. And that's the one.
Most of those guys are.
Okay, there we go. And I think my one benefit is I'm very strong. I've got that dog in me, and I don't like losing, and I definitely don't like losing to fucking fat powerlifters. So let's have a crack, baby. Woo! Woo!
Hey, man.
Hey, man. But I think that we've done well, Dirk, with the deload, the taper. I'm good to go. I've actually helped me go to Queensland just relaxing. Seriously, adapting and having a shitload of sex.
Apart from that,
you like that,
mentally
Brick?
and physically,
Brick?
you're feeling a lot better. I reckon.
Woo!
Stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest.
Oi, Brick.
Gee, mate.
Gee, man.
So question to you, how did you go on your first comp, Jeremy? Did you do better than you thought?
I squatted I did all right. I squatted like 190, I think.
Hold on. Why did you squat 190 when you deadlift squatted 200 with us that time?
But also in like
so you regressed.
No, I didn't
so
regress.
You regressed.
No, but like the calibrated plates, like we said.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
and training's also training's different to comp, Woody. Like you do a comp, like you're never gonna have your best. Like you might not have your best day at an actual comp compared to training.
I know you say it's hard, but can you explain to everyone? Because the calibrated plates got me so bad. I deadlifted 150 and it felt like 200. It's weird. Why is it like that?
It's just like 20 kilos is 20 kilos on a calibrated plate.
Well, on the bumpers, you tell me it's not 20
kilos. And it might
kilos.
be 18 kilos, yeah. So it's just a bit different.
So, they lied. You lied.
But like,
it's a big difference,
and
though.
it just gets used to as well in terms of like...
Jeremy, it's a big difference.
Yeah, like you can still train on bumpers and then go into a comp.
Oh, see, no, I'm telling you right now, I couldn't do it.
Like I did that. Like I literally didn't lift until
how do you know what you're going to lift at comp?
Until I went to culture, I actually did a comp. Like, yeah. Like...
No, but I don't understand the calibration. So Charlie and Didier Fasulia... You're right.
Yeah,
Fasulia. Anyway, we're being serious here. So with the calibrated plates, it's actually that weight. And man, when I lifted 150, I did it 3 times. I was gassed. I'm like, holy shit!
What'd you get up to? 185.
I got to 185, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt like 200.
We're gonna start at 185 on the weekend.
Yeah, but you're someone that like neurally like you just like put everything.
That's what I'm saying.
So like you need to not G up as like.
No, but I
swear to take it down a little bit.
We need to.
No, I'm smelling those salts. You know salts.
Yeah, but not like the first one.
No, I want to get in there. I'm going to get everyone. I'm going to start the slow clap.
Woody G's himself up so much that there's no point of doing three like easy setting
no, we can't.
Yeah. We're going to go balls to wall.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm seriously going to start the slow clap, and before I do, I'm going to stand up and then I'm going to tell everyone what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go. This is for my boy Borzillo. But all I'm going to say is this. I'm going to get up and go. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Wood. Oi, when I come up, Donnie. Start the clap. Donnie. I'm going to start doing these ones.
He wants wood.
Donnie, Donnie, I want to see you in there filming because I know you will because I'm a needle mover. Donnie, we all know I'm a fucking needle mover. I'm going to look at you and go, Donnie, this is for you, baby. This is for you, Donnie. I'm going to point to everyone I know. I go, this is for you, and I just keep going. I'm going to take the time. I'm going to take my time and then lift it. And I go, yes.
Don't you get a minute to? Do
you get a minute? Oh fuck! I better hurry the fuck up. I'm going to go to Deuce. Deucey. Do good for me when you're the judge, because Deuce is the judge.
Speaking of Deuce, she killed it on the weekend.
Actually, she deadlifted 180.
She did, yeah. So.
That's 5 off what I'm going to do. Well done. She's strong as fuck.
Oh,
man, and by the way, which is crazy, I'm pretty happy. If I do hit 200, I'm pretty happy with that, because you got to remember, I've only done 8 weeks of training. And I'm beating people who powerlifted for a long time.
7.5. The last half of it.
The last half was
recovery.
Mental recovery.
And by the way, just let everyone know, I will deadlift 300 in November. I actually am going to do it. I just said to Donnie off camera. I think it's in October. Well, it better not be, because fucking it better be in November.
I think
do you want the face of push pull run doing it? And by the way, I'm getting a tat of push pull run.
More test.
You'd fucking hope so. You'd fucking because tomorrow
TOT.
I'm getting the Melbourne Street Culture tat tomorrow. So you know how everyone told me that I wouldn't do it? Well, I'm doing it. So take that.
Are you getting MSC or are you getting Melbourne Strength Culture?
I'm getting their thing, Melbourne Strength Culture, their thing, with push-pull run at the bottom.
Nice.
Mate, I think about push-pull run. I dream about push-pull run. Man, it's actually giving me motive. I actually love it. It's good fun. We have a bit of banter in the chat. At the end of the day, man, some of these guys are just awfully strong. Like, Charlie's, I'll admit it now, like, the guy is strong as fuck. Like, man, you got it, boo. You think about it, that is very strong. Like, Brick, you're strong. He's stronger than you.
No, he's stronger than me by fucking miles.
But do you know what's crazy?
It's night and day.
Fasulio's strong.
Fasulio, yeah, deadlift-wise, he's fucking elite. Like, he's very, very good. Squat and bench, like, we're neck and neck. But
what do you bench?
I bench 127, but not paused.
Dude, I'm not. There's no chance I'm gonna. Benching. There's no way I'm gonna do over 110. No way.
What is just for so long? His ass has come off the
bench. My ass comes off the bench.
Like, if you're gonna bench so normally, like.
Do you know what I was thinking of doing? Just tell me if you have a good laugh, boys. My first attempt, putting 300 kilos on the bar for a deadlift, and just going, nah.
It's be fucking. It's be fucking annoying.
Do you have to do it though? Because you can't go back down.
It's not a sanctioned comp, so like if.
If he puts 300 and then we decide to go back down.
If you said to Woody, I'll put 300 on the bar, like we'd all laugh at him.
When you pick your weights earlier on in the morning and you say 300, right? And then later on you can change it, can't you?
Yeah, it's not such a comp.
Yeah, exactly. You could,
but
then we'd all laugh at Woody because like, what the fuck?
We'll put him at 300.
Do you know the reason why I was going to do it? Do you know the reason why I was going to do it is because I know I can't lift it, but the whole idea is it's an overcoming ISO, isn't it? Really, for me.
Potentiate the nervous system. Post-activation.
I'm potentiating the nervous system, and then we undo it. Give me 5 minutes. Let's have a crack. Seriously, that's why I'm doing it.
Neuromuscular adaptation.
It makes sense. That's my area. I know better than anyone. So that's what I was doing it for. It's a sticking point on the ground.
Honours of neuroscience.
I love how you're the biggest doing the biggest mind games of everyone as well. That legit. The potty,
I'm pot shotting way too many people.
That was all time. That was like proper like the Wood is in cell mode here. He's just like he's calling everyone out.
But I'm doing, mate. Let's be serious. That was
a legit.
I'm doing it because one, it gets good publicity.
It's funny.
B, people like heels.
Yeah.
Like people are going to talk about me. Yeah. And C, I'm selling the push pull run. These guys should be sucking my dick, which they do.
Yeah,
they do. Who gets more engagement than me? Tell them. Who gets more engagement? No one.
Yeah, Angus Bradley.
Fuck off.
This is why.
Does he actually?
No, he doesn't. No, I get more than him. Am I top 5 yet? Can you check?
Now the point is
no. Fuck off.
We've gone way off.
No, Brick. The point is this: I'm a needle mover.
Okay.
I move needles. Mate, read what they said in the Discord. This dude came out and said this. He said that Woodford is a fucking needle mover.
Oh, Jack Hardman.
And he goes, mate,
what the fuck does that mean?
He's polarizing.
He's the best.
I'm the best.
Oh, is that what it means?
I move needles. I'm a needle mover.
How does that mean be the best?
Can we put this in a snippet? I'm a fuck. Listen, stop.
How does that mean?
This is a snippet, Donny. Get ready for the snippet. I'm a fucking needle mover. Regardless if you like me or not, I'll get you talking. I'm polarizing. I know what I'm doing. I play the heel character very well, and I can play the face if I want to. I'm a fucking needle mover. Move on from it. Done. Needle mover.
It's a lot of just.
Why are you laughing?
That was
mate, I've learned everything of cutting promos from the WWE or the WWF. I watched every single Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, fucking Lex Luger, fucking The Rock, John Cena. I watched them all. I know how to cut a promo better than anyone. And by the way, you don't know if I'm joking or not. You don't know when I'm serious or not. That's the god about being a promo.
The Wood's going into professional wrestling.
I like WWE.
If I could wrestle, I'd do it, but I can't wrestle.
Shout out our boy JXT for that one.
Yeah. JXT King. I trained a wrestler who probably could make the WWE. Anyway, moving on to our peaking. We've gone completely off topic here. This is what happens when Kieran's not here. We go off topic.
Now, Brick, you're saying that you build intensity quite a couple of weeks before you comp, correct?
Yeah.
So for people that are going to the push-pull run, saying they're going to just peak the week before, is that a smart or not so smart idea?
Look, you say peak the week before. The thing is, you're lifting the most amount of weight relative to the intensity you're trying to push. So, like, you're going to lift to an RPE 8, maybe an RPE 9.
Not this again.
But it's also like it might be less weight compared to what you've normally done. So if you've lifted 250 for a single in your block,
Donnie,
you might lift 240 for one.
So you would actually prescribe it based on RPE. So say I said to you, let's intensify to the last few weeks, right, building up to the comp. You would actually base it on RPE, not based on trying to get a PB.
Exactly, because you don't need to get a PB in training. You can always get a PB on the platform. It's like you don't like.
But you don't want it in training. You want it on the platform.
Exactly, and you don't need to like, as we talked about fucking sex. You don't need to blow your load early. You can always like fucking
too much. Oh, you've gone too far now.
Too far.
You lost me in that.
I get
too far.
He's lost the plot, and I'm reaping all the benefits. Oh, remember that in the wedding scene?
Yeah.
He goes like the wedding scene. He goes, he's losing his mind. He goes, I'm reaping all the benefits.
That's how you can like get. That's pretty much.
It's funny
101.
Because like when I was doing weightlifting, obviously my coach was an old Hungarian weightlifter, and he was a completely different. He would write TBA, which means to be assessed, meaning you're just gonna fucking send it.
What do you mean send it?
So like you just fucking you're rocking up on the day, it'd be TBA snatch. You'd just be like, okay. So it means that's the only thing you're doing. You just have to 1 RM your snatch. You'd fail it 3 times. He's like, and again.
And again?
But he was fucked. He was elite. Ivan Katz, fucking old guy. Ivan Katz. He was 75 years old and he was fucking awesome. He's just fucking ruthless.
So you'd send it. You'd send it into
me.
What are you
with your voice?
Yeah, I went over there.
Yeah, bro. Like
Charles Athanasios about that one.
2 to 3 weeks. So 3 weeks prior, we would send the clean and jerk, and then 2 weeks prior, would send the snatch. Obviously, because snatch less load. Less,
Yeah. Getcha. Yeah.
but TBA.
Exactly right. Well, it's the thing as well, like different sports, obviously. So like with us,
Very
it's like
different.
you want to sort of have your best performance on the actual day.
Yeah.
Now, whether you do depends on a number of factors, but it's like it's a very closed environment. Like powerlifting, there's not going to be too much issues going on in terms of that. Like it's like literally, all right, numbers people are going to hit, and then from there, obviously it might depend on like if they get nervous and all sorts of stuff.
Bro, weightlifting's completely different. Varies so much in the day. If you're feeling shit, you're feeling tired, you're feeling good. Like you hit one rep, you decide to go up. You know what I mean? Completely different.
If the frying pan's hot, we cook.
100%.
Whereas push pull run could be anything. Like
We're
they
sixth.
could be fucking anything.
Stop. I want everyone to know this. I'm currently sixth. Is that good for so far? We're sixth. I'm nearly in the top 5. Once again, I've proven time and time again I'm a fucking needle mover. Oh, mate,
And so is Angus Bradley.
Listen, at the end of the fucking day,
You'd be good,
there's
right?
only one name. Me.
In the S&C industry.
I don't give a fuck about anyone else. I care about me, and that's it. And that's being serious. And what I mean, I care about me. I care about my networks and who's here, like Donnie. I always help people in my circle. I'm sick of, and I said this before. Remember I told you this before. I'm done with helping people who don't give me the same appreciation back. I'm done helping. I've done a lot for the industry, correct? I'm sick of fucking. At the end of the day, man, I'm going to help the people in my circle because, man, I've done it for so fucking long. And I feel like at the end of the day, it got me, not that saying it didn't get me anywhere, it did, but like it's not that I care about the respecting, it's more the fact I'm helping people who don't want to be helped. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Or people are not going to value it.
Correct. I want to help people who want to be helped. So that's what I care about. And that's nothing rude to anyone else if you're saying, oh, he's an asshole. I'm not. I'm just trying to help people who want to be helped. If you don't want to help, I'm sick of doing that. I'm not going to try and fucking lead a horse to water if they're not going to drink. I want Brick to drink from it. I do like Angus everyone, by the way, but at the end of the day, numbers are numbers to me, and I'm a needle mover, and I like to win. And same as push pull run, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to give it. As Kieran said, give your best shot. Stop worrying about winning. But I said to her, I care about winning more than anything in the world. That's my issue. I care about it. I love winning. I love winning. I love having a crack, and I can't wait for this week. And going back to tapering and stuff like that. I know we're going off topic. This is
We've gone off topic so much.
But hold on, this is
what the fuck is
this is what makes this podcast. It's fun.
Literally ADHD.
Oh, do you like that? Some dude wrote ADHD was a podcast. I'm like, fuck.
Literally.
All right.
I love it,
Next
though,
topic. We're talking about tapering next
Now-
topic.
Gonna leave.
Now,
Fuck off, Brick, you fucking idiot.
I think a
Brick,
lot...
I don't have ADHD. I've been diagnosed.
Not saying you have ADHD.
Oh, well. I'm medicated, you fucktwit. I'm fine, all right?
Hey, I've got nothing
He's
against
under
it.
control.
I've got nothing
Oh,
against
it's under
that.
control. I'm not going to kill anyone. But when I'm off my meds, who do I want to kill first? You. Remember I told you that? Dude, when I don't have my meds, I want to kill him. I honestly want to stab him. I don't know why. Why is that, you reckon?
He's just angry.
But you've seen me off my meds, how it goes loopy. I got a bit nets. So I'm off my meds. I just want to talk about this for everyone out there. I'm on these medication that helps with anxiety and depression. Man, when I'm off them, my head hurts. I want to kill Brick. For some reason, I just turn. I want to kill Brick. Must kill Borzillo. Remember, seriously, Brick.
Yeah, I remember.
But thanks to Karen. Keza always goes, make sure I got my meds. Love you, Karen. You're a good woman. Because if I didn't have my meds, I'd try and kill somebody named Borzillo. I used to say to Brick, do you want to come to a secluded cliff with me?
Now, back to the topic. Back to the
What are we
topic.
doing?
Next one you got.
What are we doing?
All right, let's get going.
Now, obviously, programming is a big thing for a lot of coaches. In the most simplest term, there's a lot of words, a lot of fucking things that people kind of go, oh, what's this? What's this mean? What's this mean? Conjugation, undulation, and linearisation. Do you want to just explain it simply, and kind of understand what the fuck they are?
Kieran! I'm in one of those moods today. I just really want push pull run to happen. I'm in them. I just want. I'm getting butterflies of push pull run. Do you know what I mean? I've been thinking about this for so long. I think about push pull run. I sleep about push pull run. I talk about push pull run. I actually think I'm infatuated with push pull run. Do you like a hot woman? I'm infatuated with it, bro. I don't know why. It changed my life. Like I love it again. I love training. Like I actually love training, and I'm actually happy. And I'm getting a tad of push pull run. Talking about going back. Sorry, I should talk about you. Talk about linear. Okay, let's quickly talk about this. So Louis Simmons was the man who pioneered. Was he the guy who really pioneered this?
Yeah, it's a conjugate, I guess.
No, you'd say conjugate. So
yeah.
All right. So let's break down these topics. And by the way, my programming online video series will be out soon, and he's fucking elite. Dirk, tell him.
absolutely the bomb, guys.
Mate,
Videos.
I'm telling you.
I've actually seen it. It's good, really good.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, 100%.
It's before I actually went to rehab, so I look like shit, but the knowledge is brilliant. It is, though.
It's when there's just knowledge bombs.
Dude, I'm telling you, I look terrible, but I knew I was going to rehab, so everything's fine. But the knowledge is unbelievable. I break down complex topics so I don't just give you the fish, I teach how to fish. It's unbelievable. It's coming out soon. If you want to learn about programming, Chris brings up these big fucking nerdy terms that no one gives a fuck about. I'll break them down. Linear periodization. So periodization in the most simplest form. And I'd love to get what you guys thoughts on it, but I'll break it down first because you two are my Padawans. I believe that...
Hang on, Star Wars.
Padawan, you know Padawan? You know Obi-Wan Kenobi? What is the matter with these two kids? Anyway, so I break down... Can I talk, Jeremy?
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. I break down programming to just having... breaking training into periods and having a specific goal or goals for that period of training block. That's how I classify it. I don't know what you think. You two tell me what you think.
Yeah, no, periodization is just a yearly plan of the way you're breaking down your phases across.
Well, that's what, just breaking training into periods.
Yeah, literally the same thing, manipulation of planned variables. But also, like, as we went on before about, like, how we've talked about push pull run and all sort of stuff.
Stop bringing it up because we keep talking about
how, like, we're trying to train. We're trying to train different things as well. So, like, the periods of just training linear periodization for ages. But as an athlete,
I just asked you about classifying periodization.
One thing, Brick. One fucking thing.
Do you know what's crazy about Jeremy? Back in the day, he would never ever talk like this. Brick, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
you. No, you used to be a mute, but I know you used to call you Jared. But you know what? Good on you. So good on you. Apart from that, what I talked to you at the start, which we won't bring up ever again, right? Right?
Good on you. Yeah,
right. Good on you. And you better talk to Karen about it because she's upset at you. She actually is, Brick. So talk to her. She's here in 5 minutes.
All right.
And she does love you, Jeremy. So have a chat. Just tell her what you told me because she was a bit upset. I'm being serious. Now, what are we doing? So periodization. We just talked about periodization, breaking simply down. I like what you said, having a yearly training plan, having certain goals or goals, certain goals in it across phases. I like that, right? Now, when we break down linear versus non-linear or linear versus undulating, linear periodization is, and by the way, before we even begin on this, it all works. It depends really on the athlete's buy-in, their training status, their training age, how long they've trained for in terms of their strength level, their movement competency, et cetera, et cetera. They're the two big things on this. So everything works. Depends on those two big factors. I believe the buy-in's everything.
And the time of season.
And the time of season. Thank you very much. At the time of season. Thank you for adding that. It's true. So linear periodization, linear meaning straight line, would make training one quality at a time. So when we look at training, the perfect example, and I keep bringing this up, and once again, you need to have an understanding of strength sports versus non-string sports. Woodford, we train non-string sports. Is that to say that we won't train string sports? Well, Brick, if anyone was going to take them, Brick would take them, but we don't really do that here. We don't really like that. You'd probably go somewhere like a strength culture, right? We don't really want to that. That's not to say that I don't like it. I'm doing it right now. Is it great? I do love it. I can see why people get off on it because you get an objective number. You're trying to beat. It's like I talked about this before. I don't want to go too far into it because you can watch String Culture podcast. Please watch it. Get 70 views. But you have an objective number, squat, push, bench, deadlift, and run. I want to beat objective number on bench and dead, and I want to beat my 1.6 kilometer run, my 1 mile run for it as well. So you got objective number. Once again, that is their sport. So you are literally training for the training. The training is the sport. So if you're barbell deadlifting for 1 RM, that's the sport. Now for footballers, example Woodford, that's not their sport. We use strength training as a means to an end. So you don't have to straight bar deadlift. You use any variation modification that you can to get a stimulus. Understand the difference. It does my fucking head in. Don't train a sport with a fucking sport. Makes zero sense. Why are you training footballers like powerlifters? It's not about the numbers. It's about performance. It's about transference. Not saying that everything will transfer because everything we do is GPP and the only training sport and the only true way sports training is the skill itself. I get it. What I am saying is this: do not train a sport with another sport. Don't fucking train like powerlifters, Olympic lifters, or bodybuilders, or weightlifters, Olympic lifters, what do you want to call them, right? Train them like footballers. We use it to a means to an end. I'm trying to get everyone to understand that before we go into this linear versus non-linear. Linear periodization is training one quality. Undulating, non-linear, is training multiple qualities at once. Now, we at Woodford, we are undulating. We're non-linear. But linear can work for who? For novices. For some people who never train. You could just train one quality. It can start on, example, you start high volume, low intensity, low volume. You might go like this. Just example. Anatomical adaptation, strength endurance, 12 to 15 reps. Hypertrophy, 8 to 12. As you increase the intensity, drop the volume. Then strength, then power. Do you see what I'm saying? We're training one quality. Non-linear is training multiple qualities. We at Woodford like training multiple qualities. So it might be in a session at the start we do an explosive movement or power, then we go into hypertrophy or strength, and then we go to supplementary, something like that. We are non-linear because at the end of the day you have to train multiple qualities at once. And when I say multiple qualities, it might be strength, it could be speed, it could be endurance. Like in a multiple training block, I'll give you an example. In the off-season, Woodford might do this. Chris, and you might talk on this as well, and Brick, but I'll just give you an example. In the off-season, they come in, what is the goal in off-season? We want to develop general capacity. So in terms of general capacity, it might be general strength or hypertrophy, depending on their size or what they need. We always work on mobility. In terms of speed work, we work on acceleration or just, and I believe you need to train speed all year round, but depending on the distance or depending on what we're trying to develop will depend on what we need. So early stage, we're going to work on, have a high technical focus and just work on acceleration. In terms of endurance, we're going to work on aerobic endurance zone 2 work, right? When it comes to speed work in the off-season, we go short to long, and conditioning or endurance, we go long to short. What I mean by that is we're going to go acceleration, top end speed. With conditioning, we're going to go to aerobic to anaerobic repeat efforts. Do you guys start to understand what we're doing? We train multiple qualities at once. We train strength, we train speed, we train endurance, conditioning, we train strength. Depending what they need, we'll dictate what we do. Non-linear is a good way of doing it. And a perfect example of non-linear concurrent training, train 2 different biomotor qualities at once, anaerobic would be CrossFit. They do it best. Now, I'm giving an example. I don't like, when I say CrossFit, I don't like CrossFit in general. I think it's just a whole heap of shit thrown together. But the high-level guys don't just do WODs. They don't. They actually do structured training. They do periodized program training. And by the way, just to let you know, most people in CrossFit at the high levels are gearing. You cannot do that much. Rich Froning is gearing. If you don't think Rich Froning's gearing, and Rich, if you're listening to this, which you're probably not, if you are, you're gearing, champ. Stop fucking lying, you fake fucking natty.
Now, the point is that athletes...
And what the fuck?
Respect.
By the way, I like Rich. Even though I don't like CrossFit, Rich is a beast. You cannot train that much without it being gearing. It's plain and simple. And by the way, their testing is the biggest wank fest ever. They get guys who are high enough, but not that high. They're never going to get the Americans. They get the Australians though. Or they'll get the Australians. They won't get the Americans. It's not why I approve nothing. They do it themselves. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, slap me in the face. But if you come in and slap me, I will slap you back.
Now, the point is that athletes require different...
Slap me, I'd kiss him.
I like that. Athletes require different biomotor qualities. Like
do you understand what I'm saying, though, Brick?
Yeah,
do you like that example?
I like that
Donnie,
example.
was there a good... Can you actually use a clip of that? Because, damn, I'm looking good. Mate, can I show everyone what I'm looking like?
I think the camera can see you, bro.
Can you see me? Get me up, buddy. See? Put it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking good nick, eh? Fucking the best fucking nick come off. Do you want to get to the scales? And we get the scales, right? We get the scales, Donnie, and they weigh. I'm getting full naked.
Oh,
Like full naked with underwear on. I'm just going to fucking hit these ones. You know?
Real Conor McGregor style when he gets a boner.
Thanks, Donnie. What? I'm fucking pumped about this, Brick. Why can't I be fucking happy? For the first time in my life, I'm fucking happy. You see me very sad, and now I'm happy. What are we doing?
That can't be.
Calm down, Brick.
Donnie, film Brick. What the fuck what are we doing? Brick, Donnie, when I go to the scales, fucking, I can't fucking wait. Mate, I'm in the peak of my, this is not Woodford peak. November, I'll be in peak physical shape. I'm in good nick now, I'll be even better nick then. Feeling good though, Don. Keep going, Brick. Chris?
No, the point was...
What was the whole point I was trying to prove?
The whole point was that athletes require different biomotor
Can you
qualities.
snip at that? That was funny. Thanks, Donnie.
The point is athletes require different biomotor qualities, right?
Yep.
They require strength, power, speed, aerobic endurance, repeatability. I mean, they need all that to perform at a high level. So when people say, oh, you can't train multiple ones, well, it's like, well, the fucking sport demands it. Do you know what I mean? There's different phases where you might require more force, acceleration, or more elasticity, fucking max velocity.
Well, the perfect example would be this. This is the perfect example, right? General prep. Quickly, can we touch on this as well? Let's touch on this. We have blocks we look at as well for Woodford. We go general prep, specific prep, competitive and transitional. Now, The general prep block is just general, developing general abilities like that, laying the foundation of the house.
Yes.
You cannot build a house with foundation. Now, what's the general abilities? General strength, general conditioning, aerobic base, general mobility, and just learning about technical aspects of speed and positions and shapes. Then we go to specific. I don't want people to think specific in terms of Oh, it's sport specific. What we are talking about specifically, we're talking about in terms of, I would say, intensity. I would say intensity and stimulus. So what I mean by that is when you go into a specific prep block, it'd be more maximal strength, more power, more speed, more repeat stuff, more specific to the stimulus needed for more outputs, more intensity will be specific to the intensity of sport.
Yes.
That's what we mean. And then competitive, you maintain because it's very hard to increase when you're just playing your sport. Sorry, I'm going to put that back on. Your sport, you like that one, don't you? That one there. And then we maintain. But when we have buys and we have specific buys, you can load them because remember, we don't want to wrap them in cotton wool. What do we want to build? High chronic training loads. We want to build robust, resilient, adaptable athletes.
Yes.
We don't want to fucking be fragile athletes wrapped in cotton wool. High chronic training loads. That's how I get my guys back. High chronic training loads that common sense is used. Slowly built the load slowly over time. This is why off season. For all these athletes out there, you're watching this. Listen to me right now. Listen to Dirk and Brick, right? High chronic training loads is where it's at. Not wrapping up in cotton wool. The fucking days of you not training and train a little bit, or train easy on Tuesday and then train a light session on Thursday and be expected to play 100% on Saturday, it doesn't work. This is why building high chronic training loads slowly with using common sense, focusing on recovery and adaptation and supercompensation works. You have to train all year round. You can't do this fucking thing. This is why you see so many injuries. You both understand football, right? And soccer for you, football for us, right? Football and soccer. Why is it the football players do a 6-month preseason, then round one hamstrings go? Because they weren't prepared properly. They haven't done enough high-speed running, haven't done enough high technical work, haven't built up enough high chronic training loads over a prolonged period of time, not spiking training loads. That's my big get from that. I don't know if you want to add to. I'll get passionate about it because it pisses me off. But that's why they come to Woodford and they pay me good money to fucking rehab them all.
Well, yeah, it's true. Like it's like year round, you need exposure to the tissue to keep getting that adaptation.
Hold on, talk about what you talked downstairs. You loved it about the tendon building tensile or tendon strength, or exposing the tendon to stiffness or elasticity exposure.
Well, yeah, it's just accumulation, right? So many people like they want to be elastic, they want to be powerful, they want to be fast, but it's like it's just exposure to the tendon. Like anything, you're building capacity, and that's why we love pogos and the rudiment series or anything like that. You just got to build capacity and accumulate it over time, right? You keep doing it, the tendon's going to be able to store and release better. It's like it's how the nervous system works and how it adapts, right? Yeah. And you create that chronic training load. Yep. Therefore, it's going to become more elastic. You do it for 2 years, all of a sudden your tendon is more adaptable.
But the issue is, and this is a perfect example of everyone in Australia, is they rush it. They don't think they need to train for fucking 8 weeks after the season. And by the way, we talk about this. Take 2 weeks off after the season recreation. 2 weeks is fine. 8 weeks makes no fucking sense.
And they do fancy fucking plyometrics. Like you don't even have your base of capacity.
But this is the issue, Chris. They try to spike their load too soon because they're in a rush. This is why training all year round is so important. This is why Woodford, if you're at Woodford, don't make this just fucking a 12-week thing. This is part of your lifestyle. If you want to play sport, and by the way, everyone out there, for if you're playing sport in Australia or around the world and you're watching this, you should this should be mandatory for training. So if you think, it's optional to do physical prep or recovery after training, and because training is mandatory, sport-specific training is mandatory, obviously, this should be just as mandatory. Every sport has a physically demanding, every sport has a physical component to it that you need to maximize your technical tactical component. You need to make this mandatory. Develop the physical capacities, the stress involved, the physical stress, so you maximize athlete performance and you reduce chance of injury. My opinion. It needs to stop, man. This whole bullshit thing of half-hearted training, not training like you play, not making strength and conditioning mandatory, physical preparation mandatory, recovery mandatory. It should come along with your sport. Do you know why, Dirk? Because injury can fuck you up bad. Not only fucking physically, but mentally fuck you bad.
And the thing is, like, when you play, you're performing. You're not building. Like, right? So, like, when you're playing, you're not improving your strength. Like, you gotta understand, if you stop strength training in season, you're losing it, right? You need you need eccentric exposure.
Put that one up, Donnie. Woo!
If you're not training, you're losing. If you're not training, you're losing it. So if you're not getting something,
who said that before?
If you're not training, you're losing it. If you're not getting exposure to eccentric strength or some form of strength training, force production,
Can I kiss you?
We're going to fill up the cups that aren't getting filled in the game, right?
I try it every week.
And they're not getting filled in the game.
And do you know what I love what you just said? If you're not training force, you're losing it. And force is your precursor to power and speed. You don't have that, you minimise it. And do you know what I like about that? Mate, I love when you say that because you've heard me say it probably, but fill the buckets up that you don't. So ask yourself as prep coaches, what are the buckets the sport itself doesn't fill up physically? And that's our job.
That's true because, like, yes, so maximal strength, maximal force is a precursor to power and speed. Crucial because every time
force and velocity.
Every time you fucking move, you apply force. Right? Now, if you're not, when you play, you're not building maximal force. Therefore, you need to do something to build it. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, Chris, I apologise.
And also, when it comes to applying force, the reason why we're getting so injured, I believe, is because people don't want to create some form of eccentric overload too. Like people, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of eccentric force and being able to absorb it is what allows the tissue to stay strong, stay resilient.
I love when you say, you know what I like when you talk? When you say robust or resilient.
Robust, rigid, resilient.
You know who's a robust man? This boy right here. Oh.
The point
doing. What are we doing?
The point is strength training year round, always developing chronic training overload, and accumulate as much fucking capacity in those tendons as you can to make sure you're stiff rather than doing the most fancy shit.
I really like how you said train all year round because people have this obsession with I'll train for 8 weeks and that's enough. Listen, well, I do not, and this for the life of me, Chris and Brick, you would have seen it over the time of you been at Woodford. Chris, you've seen it as well since you started at a young age. How many? Fuck, this makes me laugh it makes no fucking sense, but we have dumbasses that come here sometimes. And I love all our athletes here, but fuck me, it makes no logical sense. You tell me for everyone listening. Does this make sense to you? You come to it for the off season, you come to pre-season, you built up high chronic training loads for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you stop in season. How the fuck does that make any sense?
It's just because, like, you're not...
I'm being fucking serious. What you said, I love. In training, you cannot buy match... you can't buy match conditioning or exposure to competition environments in terms of physical stress, right? You're not improving. You're just you're just developing.
You're just performing.
You're performing. So you're what you developed in that conditioning or that physical prep, you're performing what you got from that, right? I understand that, right? But you need that. So you can't buy match conditioning. That's why the best way you can prepare for sport is playing sport. Yes. But other than that, you need to develop the physical capacities that the sport doesn't develop itself well. And then this is the whole thing I don't understand is they get to season, they stop. What the fuck? It makes zero sense. You should be like, this is more, in season's more important, in my opinion, than pre and in season. Obviously, they're important. And yeah, I'm biased because it's my job. But wouldn't you think you want to perform? For me, I want to get better. I don't want to get injured. And the best ability is availability. Graham Morris, I like that one. Shout out to you. Absolutely. It's true. Yes. If you can have all the strength, power, speed in the world, but if you're injured, there's no point in having it. So I always say to people, it's really good you're hitting your critical KPIs, your high velocity KPIs, such as your counter movement jump, your static jump, your broad jump, your 10 metre speed, your flying 10, whatever it is. These really important high performance KPIs that we need for field court based sport. But there's no point in you crushing that if you're fucking not playing, if you're injured. Makes no fucking sense, in my opinion. So in season is so important, but I don't understand why you build these high chronic training loads and then you stop. And this is the big one why they get injured. Stopping strength training in season is the dumbest thing you can do, in my opinion. Strength for me is the foundation. You need it. If you don't have it, you're fucked. I have seen this time. I can keep going for fucking a million if I want to. Time again of seeing how important strength is. The low-hanging fruit is strength. And we talked about this before downstairs when you and I had a chat, but the low-hanging fruit is general strength and movement ability. And I'm not talking about a 2-3 times bodyweight squat dead. Not even that. When we talk about strength, we got the nth degree. We got the extreme ranges. We got this strength. We talk about powerlifting extreme. We're not talking about that. I'm just talking a little bit of strength, a little bit of movement capacity, and it goes a long fucking way. And I can't tell you how stupid people are when it comes to shit.
But you're still improving too. I think that's the most important thing. People forget that they're improving. Like, we get guys who we quarter squat close to finals, and they're fucking pushing load.
Kurt Aylett, fucking 240 fucking quarter squat before finals or whatever it was.
Obviously, the joint angle is a little bit more specific to jumping, running,
quarter squat.
But obviously, they're still improving. Their force out production is fucking high. That's why when we go into the off season, we back off, we create more volume to kind of pull away from the loads.
Well, and also in the off season, the whole idea is general ability. So we look at football or rugby or in soccer, which has a concurrent component of endurance. They're going to lose a lot of muscle, a lot of tissue in season, or from detraining, or just because of the amount of volume of aerobic work they've done. So what we'd like to do in the off season is build that cross-section area again, build that capacity to improve maximal force output, to improve that capacity to generate force, because there's two factors to force output. One, the size of the muscle, the cross-section area, and two, the extent the nervous system can activate it. So because they've lost that tissue, they've lost that force-generating capacity or that potential. So what we go back in the off-season, we start building that base again. We start building that cross-section area. We start building that hypertrophy, that volume. We start building that general strength capacity. We start hitting them with variations. Instead of doing quarter half squat, we're going to, if they've got no structural limitation in the hip, we're going to start hitting them for full range of motion squats. We're going to hit them. We might even hit them with a rack pull or a straight bar deadlift if they've got the competency to straight bar deadlift. I'm not a real big straight bar deadlifter fan for the non-string port athlete, but if they like to do it, why not? Let's hit them with the different variations. Generally speaking, you trap bar deadlift, you might low handle them, but that's a bit safer because the mass is around your weight is around your center of mass.
If we're straight barring, we're doing a rack pull. That's how I see it with our athletes. We're never really straight barring them for the floor.
But I know that. But what I'm saying is, I'm just going to give you an example of just some variations you can use where you can give them a bit of variation away from it. You can change. You can move away from their total joint loads, and so instead of doing barbells, you can do dumbbells in terms of chest press or dumbbell bench press. You can vary that up, save the shoulder a little bit, take away the total joint load through through certain joints, take the joint for the full range of motion, which greater stretch, greater range of motion, greater adaptation. Or it might be something like we're just using a variation with this because we want to hit you with a variation because we can take we can do full range of motion in the off-season because they don't have competition or games. So the focus on physical preparation over technical and tactical at that time. And then it will flick once we get to pre-season, it goes to technical tactical over physical. You only got a certain window to work. It's crazy how quickly time flies. Look at the season. It's nearly fucking over. It just started. Dude, we're nearly done. It's crazy how quick it goes. It goes quick. And you can't waste any time. You can't, man. What you might be sitting there watching this saying, "Oh, I'm a footballer. I'll wait till next off season." Do it now. Start now in season.
Absolutely.
So when we hit pre-season, off season, you can hit the ground running and come to Woodford SSC because it's going to be pumping this off season. It's going to be big.
I mean, you may as well
get a part of it. Be a part of it this year. You know, you might watch our videos. Be a part of it. Be a part of like the different personalities of here, not just me. The Big Brick, the Kranis, the Manov, the Max, the fucking Braden, the fucking
the Horsefield,
the Karen, the you know, we got some characters here. You know, I'm the biggest character, but we got some characters. We got the Borzillo man. You know, come train with us. Come see what we're all about. You don't like it? Fair enough. But jump in. Don't. You know, my thing is, at least try it. And if you don't like it, fair enough. If you think I'm a fuckwit, cool, fair enough. But my mother calls me that, so there we go. You might know that's fair enough. I'm not catering to everyone. I'm catering to people who want to be a part of it. And we've got our little fucking, we've got our tribe here, and that's what I love. So, you know, and I'm not everyone's cup of tea. You might like training with the Bristicles, a bit quieter man. Just start getting around him. It might be a bit of the Decranus, the Max, the Manov, the June. It might be fucking one of our interns that, you know, that come up. I don't know. We've got a new intern back soon.
Yeah, we'll come about August.
Yeah,
can we hurry up with it? Because we don't really need it now, do we?
But you may as well start now because you may as well build the movement competency. So by the time we get to off season, we can start overloading you with volume, and then you can start working hard. I mean, there's never a right time to start. You just start now.
And I love how you said that. There's that motor learning skill acquisition component that takes 4 to 6 weeks when you first start to learn, depending on how task complexity the movement is. Obviously, you're going to get more motor learning skill acquisition for a squat than you are a fucking bicep curl, which is lower task complexity. Yes. But I like that. You want to come earlier to learn that foundational phase, which is motor learning.
Yeah.
We're running out of time here, so do you want to wrap this up? Because
yes, you've explained. I know I keep going back to it, but you've explained linearisation, you explained undulation, now you explain conjugation.
Conjugate, training multiple qualities at once.
Okay, beautiful. So
conjugate. So when you look at the conjugate, and this is where it was made, was kind of, I wasn't made, I don't know if it was made by Louis, but it was popularised by Louis Simmons. And Louis Simmons is the godfather of powerlifting. Now, do I agree with everything Louis says? No. But fuck me, for the powerlifting community and what he did, fantastic. And rest in peace, Louis. I actually bought a few of his books and I kind of threw them in the bin after 2 pages. I'm like, this is fucked. Because Louis talk. I know you're laughing at this, but
why is this wrong? Why?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because it doesn't really. It'll be completely honest, and I think Brick knows why. Because it doesn't really pertain to who I'm going to train. He trains geared powerlifters. I'm not. You can read it and get a lot out of it, but I was like, I'm reading someone like a DeFranco.
It's the guys who wear suits. It's the multiply lifters. The
correct.
Guys wear suits. So like, does that apply to?
I bought his book out of the fact that I thought his anecdotes are hilarious. Like some of the shit that he says is fucking hilarious. And apparently he was a really nice dude. Like I talked to a few people at DeFranco's workshop and said he was a great guy. He was very opinionated like me, so I like that. But fucking after 2 pages, I had enough. He's just talking about his world records of how many people went there. I'm like, cunt, how does this fucking work for me? I don't really give a fuck. And I was kind of I tried to get in the meat of it and didn't really. Some of his books are real cool. They talk about real in depth about training methods, real cool.
Was there much application that you could find for us?
I did. Well, talk about Westside Barbell for the field court-based sport athlete, where he looks at conjugate, where he talks about dynamic effort, which is power, which is rate of force elemental power, submax load lift explosively, maximum effort, which is heavy load, low rep, and that's maximal strength training, which is maximum effort, and repeated effort is just hypertrophy, so more 8 to 12 reps, more looking for volume. So you've got three phases. And we talk about at Woodford. 1, heavy load, low repetition for strength, submax load lifted explosively for power, and submax load lifted for volume for hypertrophy. So 1, we increase the volume. 2, we maximize the force training capacity. 3, we convert that into power, which is repeat effort, maximal effort, repeat effort, dynamic effort.
Yes.
So that's what he talks about in Westside Barbell.
Yeah.
Looking at, and we use that at Woodford. I use that in season.
Well, that's conjugation.
Conjugation.
Dynamic, maximal,
correct.
repeat
So
effort,
we're looking at repeat effort to develop cross-section area of the muscle. So 3 factors. The volume, 2 factors, or actually 3. The volume of the muscle, the extent with the nervous system can activate for strength and power, and motor learning skill acquisition. But in he's looking at 1, repeat effort, the volume of the muscle, increasing the size of the muscle.
Yep.
Maximum effort, increasing the force training capacity of the muscle. So maximizing motor recruitment, increasing motor recruitment, high force. And then the third one is converting that into power or rate of force development with dynamic effort, submax load explosively.
Well, technically, so this is the thing, like we said, like we conjugate, we undulate, like our athletes will train multiple physical qualities at once. And technically, you're always doing some form of dynamic effort, maximal effort, repeat effort. The only difference is, depending on the athlete or the time of season, will depend on how much you focus on each one.
I like how you said, depending on the athlete's training status, their chronological, so the training status, their chronological age, their movement competency, but also the time of season, which is so important. When do you need it?
Like if you're a novice, you're probably going to do more repeat effort because you're just getting motor skill acquisition, right? And capacity.
I'm looking at someone whose name is Craig on push-pull run. And he ran...
Craig Allen.
Shout
out Craig Allen.
Craig, there's a guy I want to pump up who loves the big wood. Someone's laughing.
Jack Hardman.
Who's laughed at my comment? I said, I've got a home advantage. Jay Banger, of course. Oddly and Lambros. And then someone did this thinking face, Craig. Who the fuck's Craig?
Craig Allen.
Craig? I don't know who the fuck you are.
I'm assuming he's a South Park fan, probably. Craig.
Loves it.
You'll probably need
Craig.
some sort of copyright release form. Oddly. Who's Oddly?
Adam Rush.
Why do you know all these names, Jeremy?
I don't even know who the fuck all these people are.
He's actually friends with
All right,
him
now
on Insta.
before we
like
leave,
this.
before we finish the podcast, I want to sing Brick one song. Now we all know where this is going. Brick, I felt like you didn't give me enough props to the last one.
Baby,
now I'm going to sing this. Keep it in this time. If you fucking leave it, I'm firing you. I'll never fire you, but still, I'd want to keep it in there. I love you, all right?
I'll just have to do Donny's job. I have to learn how to do it, Donny.
No, Donny, we're not firing you, but please do it. All right, here we go. Here we go. When you're gone, I've been running round the house all night, wondering what the hell to do. I can turn and complicate, but all I can think of is you. Come on, put you on, here you go. Come on. And the phone don't ring cause our rains ain't home. I'm tired of being all alone. You in the corner, got the TV on, got the radio. Here we go. Baby, when Brick's gone, I realize I'm in love. Here we go, everyone. Days go on and on. Come on, Chris, hear me. And the nights, they seem so long. Even through, that's it.
Well,
Ask Woodford, episode
12.
12. Thank you for listening, as always. Like, subscribe. Brick, you're my boy. Chris, you're my boy. Great times, as always. This week, the push-pull run. Let's see what I can do. If you want to come down, guys, Donny, what time does it start? Oh, fuck that. Jesus, who wants to get the fuck out of there? I know, I've got to pay. If you want to come down and watch me, I'd really appreciate the support because, fuck, I'm dropping absolute balls at this. But as Didier said to me, just go and have a crack.
Just go have a crack.
That's what it's
fun.
about. Just having some fun.
And we'll
at
chat
the
next
end of the
week.
fucking day, it's about having some fun, isn't it? Thank you as always, Donny. Thanks for helping us out. As always, you're a ripper. Thank you. I love y'all. You're a great man. Actually, I've got to give you a program as well after this, and it reminds me, so I've got to show you it. And everyone, I'm doing Donny's rehab on his knee, so let's see how he goes with it. As always, you guys know I'm the king of non-surgical conservative management at AC. I'm the best in the business. I believe I'm the best in the world. I believe what my protocol will come worldwide soon. I honestly believe that. And I've been thinking about this last few days. So I need test cases. Thank you for helping me out. Even though you should be thanking me, but I still love you, Donny. Anyway, like, subscribe, Dirk. Thank you as always, Brick. Thank you as always, Donny, and we will see you next week with our special guest. Thank you.
See you then.